All right, hello and welcome back. In this video, we're going to finally get down to creating our first ad. This is a very easy, simple process, so I'm just going to walk you through it pretty quickly here. We're just going to click Create Ad. You can pretty much do this from just about every page inside the Ads Manager. The main point with creating an ad is we're looking to convert. So we're going to look right here in the conversions area. Start over here. Conversions area, and conversions is an action. So some of these are just brand awareness and reach. You're just kind of putting your ad in front of people. You're trying to get consideration in this pane here, lead generation, traffic, video views, apps installs, whatever it happens to be. But our main point here is conversion. Product catalog sales, you can actually push your Shopify products to Facebook and actually sell your products on Facebook. So we are going to sell one of our products here from the store. So I'm going to grab the link and a couple of different pieces of information. We're going to sell this Harley Davidson men's bracelet. So I'm just going to add this. Try to be as descriptive as possible. The campaign name here is something that only you will see, but it is important to put in something that you'll remember. So our main point here is conversion. So we're going to start setting up our ad set. We're going to walk through, as you can see over here, the steps: conversion, offer, audience, placements, budgets, and schedule. And then we're going to talk about actually the visual portion of our ad. So this part right here is who we're going to advertise to, where they are, what they're interested in, and then also our budget and schedule. So we're just going to fill out this information here. I'm going to target people located in the United States. That's kind of the main demographic I have here. Age, I'm probably going to raise the age from 18. There are Harley Davidson people that are interested in bikes. But most people at the age of 18 cannot afford a bike, so the actual demographic is a little bit higher. So I'm going to raise this up to 21, and I'm going to, I'm not entirely concerned about languages. I am concerned about locations. I mostly want to target people in the United States. So I'm going to add in some detailed targeting here like we talked about before. This is our main category, and then I'm going to fill this out real fast, and then I'm going to walk you through kind of what I did. All right, so what I've done here, and I kind of walked you through this in the targeting lecture we looked at before, but what I've done is I've detailed targeting here. I've put in people who like motorcycles, this is actually a behavior. They've purchased a new or used motorcycle. They work at Harley Davidson, which I thought was kind of cool, and we'll see how well that works. And then their interests are Harley Davidson, Harley Race, Harley Davidson. I kind of did a couple of different spellings there, just in case I didn't spell it correctly on their profile, and then motorcycles. But what I also did is I did a little bit more detailed targeting. So these three here, especially this one, sells products on their pages. So that was kind of my main goal, my main point, is to find pages that people have liked, that is actually an owner's group, and actually sells products on here. So the likelihood of someone owning a Harley and liking that type of jewelry, I don't know if you know very many Harley owners, but is very, very high. So that was kind of my main point there with the targeting. And so I'm going to save this. I'm going to actually name this audience up here, this ad set here. And I'm going to scroll down, save this audience. And so you can do automatic placements, or you can edit placements. Typically what I'll do here is I'll edit the placements, and I'll do mobile only. I have my conversions go up very, very high whenever I do mobile only. And I also want to remove the audience network here. Different ad types I will actually change this, but I kind of want to talk about this a little bit here. So what audience network is those ads that Facebook puts on other platforms. So you'll notice Facebook and Instagram there. These are other websites that actually advertise through the Facebook platform on their own website, or they will place these ads in other ad networks. So these are kind of the ads that you see that once you visit something on Facebook and then it just kind of seems to follow you around the web, that is the audience network. So you can kind of determine whether or not your product will work well in this area, in the audience network. That's kind of a gut call. Mine probably will, so I'm actually going to keep this checked. To be honest, most of the time I actually untick that and it gives you some crazy warning how you're going to lose 11% of your conversions. That can kind of go back and forth. I've seen very good things come from the audience network. I've also not really seen a lot of returns, but it can use up your budget. So kind of make a judgment call there. I'm going to take the daily budget down to $5, and I'm going to set a start and end date. Let's see here. I'm going to push it out. I'm going to run this ad for a week. So running this ad, well, that's August, so let's not do August. So I'm going to start this today. I'm going to end this in 7 days. You can run this ad continuously, but I always put a end date on there just in case I forget about it. I hardly ever do because I'm always in here checking it. But I'm going to hit continue here. $5 is a very, very good sweet spot. I did actually skip a step here. I need under conversions. I need to change this either to purchase or I need to change this to add to cart. Now you'll notice this is red right here. That's because we just added our pixel over in Shopify and nobody's used it yet. Once somebody uses it, once somebody visits the website via the ads, that will actually turn to green. So there's a whole bunch of different events here that you can use to track and target. You can do add to cart. You can also do purchase. I am going to click add to cart here. I kind of go back and forth on adding to cart versus purchase, depending on whatever the ad is. I have higher conversions whenever they add it to cart. That also means that Facebook tracks it whenever it adds to cart. So I will usually also have abandoned cart recovery on there so I can actually retarget those people. Once someone clicks the ad and checks out that Facebook pixel, once it's able to be tracked, then that will start to work. So we're going to click continue right here. We're going to use our page, our Manly Men page that we set up in a previous video, and that's going to allow us to target from that page. That'll also may help us get likes as well. So I'm going to click single image here, scroll down a little bit, and I've already grabbed the link of my Shopify product over here, this one right here. So I'm going to paste this over in the website URL. So I'm going to skip the images section here. You'll notice I'm skipping over some of the more advanced things, like a full screen canvas and things like that. I'm trying to touch on the basics here. You'll also notice I did skip images. You're about to see why here in just a second, because it's actually going to grab our product from the Shopify link, and it's going to fill in a lot of this content and make it a little easier for us. So I'm kind of cleaning up a little bit here. You'll notice that it pulled over most of the information, didn't pull over all the information. So it kind of cut off a little bit of the text here. And I did target men on my shop. It's kind of the main point, but I'm actually going to remove that in the headline. And I'm also, it didn't grab my images, which it usually does, but not always. I'm actually going to download this image real fast and get this uploaded. And if I did choose a carousel up here, I could actually put both of those images. But just for ease of use, I'm actually just going to do a single image here. And I've kind of cleaned up the headline. I've cleaned up the text. You can kind of see where all this lays out. The headline's right there, and then all the text is laid up there at the top. You'll also notice that it's sponsored by Manly Men. You can change the display link. You can change the newsfeed description, which is this right here, or the link. And you'll notice we also have our pixel tracking set up and ready to go. So what we want to do is, remember, we want to focus on benefits over features. And since we've already done that on our Shopify store, it's as easy as copying and pasting. So that is pretty much it that we need to do for our ad. Again, I did skip over a couple of advanced things, but again, unless you're getting serious with creating your ad and you've created a whole bunch of ads, I wouldn't really focus on some of the advanced things. You can offer coupons in here. You can do different types of ads. You can do videos. You can target on the audience network. There's quite a few different options that you can do. I mean, you can get buried in the weeds here, which is the main point of running through this relatively quickly, is to kind of show you the basics, show you the main things, and honestly, everything that I walk through is really the only thing that you need to focus on right now. I am going to change the ad name up here at the top to kind of make it consistent across all the other names that I've done. And so once we're done here, read the disclaimer down here at the bottom and then click place order, and this will start running our ad. Let's see, it looks like it didn't upload my image, but I'm going to upload my image real fast, and then I will click place order here. And it did pull it over, but I didn't get it inside the images pane. Sometimes there's little bugs with the ads manager. And so now our image is there. It was already there, but the ads manager didn't see it for whatever reason. Now it's right there. We're good to go. So we can now hit place order. And it's going to process our order. It's also going to put it in the review process. With Facebook ads, you want to make sure, you'll notice that I use the product image. Facebook doesn't like images with a whole bunch of ads on them or a whole bunch of text on them. They want the product or an image to be featured. They don't essentially want you to use the image area as another way to just put a whole bunch of text. So I featured the product there, and that's what I would recommend you do as well. Sometimes I will put a watermark if I have a logo for my business. I'll actually put the watermark there, but again, not entirely necessary. But if you do want a little bit more polish to it, you can absolutely do that. So once our ad's been placed here, we're actually going to talk about analytics and how to maximize our ad potential in the next couple of videos. So I'll see you there.